Good morning.
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 Hello, hello.
How
How
are
are
you?
you?
Hello.
It's
It's
nice.
good to see you. I say hello.
Hello.
Please, please.
No, I'm gone. You ready?
Go on then.
Red and yellow and pink and blue. Pistol blue. Pistol.
Orange and purple and blue. We can see a rainbow. We can see a rainbow. We can see a rainbow. We can see a rainbow too.
Nice. So, let me just open the vault. Oh God, it doesn't get open much, this.
God, it's absolutely a pleasure. A pleasure. Right, do you know I was up this morning orchestrating a lot of things in the back of my mind thinking to myself, I was thinking so much. I couldn't sleep last night. I had my main account back. I had a lot of things to go through my head. I needed to know how the tide was going to change, And I put a few things together. Obviously, we've just spoke
We
about a
do
few
know
things.
that the tide is stronger underwater, so are we on top of the water? Are we on top of the water or under?
We're under in the submarines.
Okay. Are we at the very bottom of the ocean?
Yeah,
Bottom of the ocean?
yeah.
36,000 feet?
No,
Because
just
that
below that.
that's the deepest of the ocean. So are we right at the bottom, sitting on the sands?
Yeah, we're sitting on the sandbed.
Oh, oh. We've got the same imagination, right? So,
Happy Sunday, you MFs. You MFs. Thank you for my account back, TikTok. I really appreciate you doing a checkmate and another reverse on these individuals that thought that they'd checkmated me. So funny that when they was laughing and joking about me losing my account. You see how the tide's turned. So yeah, there's a lot to do. There's a lot to go over, and there'll be a lot of time spent tomorrow on a couple of things in the background.
yeah. So quarter to 3 this morning, I get a message off Crazy Behaviour saying that WarriorTV, is soap and glory. She knows soap and glory. She knows everything, doesn't she?
Invite Soap and Glory in here, and you can put your hands up to the sky.
Oh, we've done all that. We've done all that. We don't have to do that again. Let them just think that. Paranoid schizophrenia. That's not our problem. Like I've got the time to go and watch all them rewatches, record them all and fucking post them. Fuck off. Kiss my ass. Right, so just open this vault. This is yesterday. Oh, they couldn't wait for our live stream. At 8 o'clock. He was tall, wasn't he? So Sharon's in her country where she is, and she just can't keep me and Keisha out of her mouth while she's there. She's obsessed with us. Listen to this. Listen to this. This is what she says yesterday. Obsessed.
Finish. Bloody 6'7". 6'7". He's roughly He's a long traveller.
He was tall, wasn't he?
Bloody massive. Massive. Oh, I do feel sorry for little people now. My bloody neck. Looking up, I thought, Jesus, this must be what it's like.
I look like a dwarf at the side of him.
Yeah,
Mate, you can't eat at all now.
But he's from Leeds. He's from Leeds, Scouts. Roundy Road area. So, but I couldn't remember her father's last name. But Jess remembered it last night. So I'll be having a chat with him today.
Oh.
Yeah, I could just do
I
it.
might know him.
I might know him. Yeah.
You know that her dad, do you know that 1 minute, Warrior? Do you know Sharon's dad that killed somebody actually lived in Rounday where I live? She actually asked me to go to the address, you know, to take pictures of the property. Honest to God, her dad lived in Rounday. In a house, and Sharon Maud's dad was a murderer. And he lived in Rounday where I live. Now anybody can come to my address. You ain't come to my address. You ain't gonna get out. But listen to this. Sharon, why did you not mention about your father living in Rounday and also your father being a murderer?
Right, so that was that. Hold on a minute.
No, but did you know that though? Did you know that her father comes from Leeds, Rounday?
Yeah, so we have got...
The same area as what I live in. I can put my hand on the Bible. She asked me to go take some photos of the old property where her dad lived in Rounday, just near Rounday Park. Sharon Maud's father. So Sharon, when you're speaking about Rounday Park or anything to do with Rounday in Leeds, why are you not telling the viewers all about your father that killed somebody? He kidnapped somebody, didn't he? Took him back to the property in Rounday. And you wanted them historical photos of that property, didn't you, Sharon? So the next time, Sharon Maud, you're going to be speaking about Rounday in Leeds. I suggest, Sharon Maud, you tell everybody on this platform about your murderous father, Sharon Maud, from Rounday in Leeds. Mwah.
So then she goes on about the funeral. Why does she video funerals, etc. And that it was getting played on my live stream. And then she goes on to say about the guy whose funeral it was, that his family are very, very well to do and they're very well educated, that they've got names before the names. So so basically she will, I can't remember what she says because you only listen to it once. But so what I'm going to do is, so because they're well to do and you're trying to name and shame us, Sharon, yeah, for playing a funeral that you put
We
out.
have been in contact, Sharon, and we are going for an interview, Sharon.
So what I'm going to do is,
Sharon.
So what I'm going to do is, Sharon, this video here, yeah, what you've made and what you've said about the family, yeah, I'm going to put that at the beginning, and then at the end, I'm going to stitch you into the video of all the horrible things you've said on this platform, and then I'll show the family that.
When we go to...
Don't try and intimidate and scare me. Don't try and intimidate and scare me and Keisha, because it won't work.
We want to make you aware, Sharon, the reason why you got your knickers in a twist that night when we put up that night when we put up the public funeral, which wasn't even on my platform, Sharon and the rest. But you did that, and you went like that because you didn't want us to get them names. You didn't want us to do the digging, Sharon Maud. And unfortunately, we need to know what happened within them last couple of months. Because you also said to me, Sharon, that you and the family fell out. So we're going to get to the bottom of this story, of what really happened to Tim, and why he ended up staying, how you ended up receiving.
Why do I film funerals? It's because his family came. Well, my most family came from Estonia, which I did watch the other day. If anybody's questioned why do I film funerals, it's because his family came. Well, my most family came from Estonia. And so the people from Estonia, they came for my mom's funeral, his wife's, but they couldn't come over for Tom's. So we had it videoed so that the family. Yeah, all right, sweet. We filmed it for that reason. And my uncle in Australia wanted to see the funeral. So that's why it was done. And when it came to Tim's funeral, we actually paid for it to be online because there were only family allowed with COVID and everything. Yeah. So it's nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, and I'm proud of his funeral. I didn't pay for his funeral. He had already paid for it. So the choice of coffin, according to them cheeky bastards, was beautiful. Actually, I didn't show the gold cross and everything that it had on it. We were really impressed. So they're talking shit. I thought I'd like to see their funerals. Would you? Yeah. I mean, what's it look like going out in a cardboard box? Because that's about all they can afford. A cardboard box to get rid of them.
When my uncle passed away last year, we filmed it for my auntie in New Zealand.
Yeah, exactly. If it's for those that couldn't get there. Yeah. But honestly, they couldn't have picked on anybody worse when it came to Tom because that family is so high up in everything. Governments, officials, police, school teachers, they're everything. The whole family are beautiful. Absolutely stunning family. I've never met anybody like them.
We know, Sharon.
Living Catholics. So I want them to contact. Please go ahead and contact. And if you need any names, Alicia or fucking Warrior, you stupid binks. If you need any names, feel free and I'll give you surnames.
It was all about the names, Sharon.
And I'll give you all the letters after the names as well. Feel free.
All about the names.
Yeah. Because I'm still in touch with them. They're still in touch with me. I see them every year without fail. That's one of the people whose houses I stayed in at Christmas. The £500,000 house in Norfolk. Yeah, that's the lawyer's house given to me for free to spend the week at Christmas. And I'm glad to get my points across. So carry on. Not one person complained, and it wasn't half a million. It was nowhere near $500,000. But
we're going to get them figures, Sharon, on the camera, Sharon.
All your inventions, your dreams, your lies, your schemes, your fucking shit that comes out your mouth. Carry on, because I only deal in truth. Yeah, so for me to listen to all this shit that's coming out is like... It's like La La Land to me. You're in fucking cuckoo land. The land of drugs and rock and roll is what I say. Yeah. That's where they are.
I bloody love you, Sharon.
That's end of my lecture.
Good on you, Sharon. Well said. Well said. All that. Is that the place you stayed in with the lovely log burner?
That's the place.
So we will be stitching a video together with that to show the family who you really are, Sharon, because you've been wearing a mask to this family, haven't you? So we'll be showing them. So we'll be showing them.
that she did not want us to post that day. It wasn't about the public funeral. It was about what was said in the article, the names that were said in the article, the names that were said in the article. Now, let me tell you something, Sharon, for a fact. There's nothing that we put out there that wasn't already public knowledge. So there's nothing public knowledge. So there's nothing that you can do about what we put out. You want to record a funeral and post it on YouTube, we're entitled to watch it. And there's nothing, watch it. And there's nothing that you can do about that. But what we can do is take them names off of that YouTube video and off of that article and ask them a simple question. Would you like simple question? Would you like to do an interview or would you not like to do an interview? And it's entirely up to them, Sharon, not up to you. The cards are not in your hand, Sharon. Okay? Sharon. Okay? So the way this is going to go is, if you want to be historical, Sharon, and you want to drag everybody else's past, you want to be a part of the pity party, you are part of the pity party, you want to enable women that dox children and school children on buses, and you want to laugh and think that this is funny, what we're going to do is we're going to do the real job, Sharon, and that's getting every bit of information out there, not just the half-hearted stuff, but everything. So let's start with Roundhay, Sharon. Your father had a house in Roundhay, murdered somebody, and you wanted me to take the pictures of your father's house, whether it was for memories, or you just wanted to have a little trophy, like how your father had his trophy when he did his however many murders. So make sure today you tell the viewers how you know about Roundhay. Make sure you tell them about your father that lived in Roundhay. Because I don't know why you did not mention that in your little pretty speech yesterday, Sharon. And everybody else that thought that you did a checkmate with my main account, my manager got my account back with a click of a finger. Back up and running. And there's nothing that you can do about that. So what was that woman saying the other day about 700 followers? What was she saying about 700 followers? Can you hear that lady that was speaking in Geraldine's the other day and saying, I've only got 700 followers? Can you hear her now? I think she had her own words. I think I had the last laugh. So the main account isn't going to be used. It's going to sit there pretty and tall. And not one of you motherfuckers are going to stop what me and Warrior are going to do. You're not going to blackmail us, counter us. You can put whatever fucking awareness you want to put out about us. You can team up in numbers. I'm not stopping anytime soon. Now, I'm okay to post people that are enabling children being doxxed. It's not a crime. If you have doxxed children, I'm okay to post that. It's not a crime. If you are sat with people and you are encouraging them to dox children, or you are enabling them to dox children, or you know full well that they've doxed children, and you are still sat at the side of them, and that's your choice, then we have the right to make people aware with who you are, what you've sat with in the past, and what you're capable of. Because if you can sit with people and you can encourage them, laugh and giggle, and just get on with it like none of this shit's happened, there's no way on earth that there needs to be somebody that's got to put their foot down on this. Now, I'm not going to post anybody up just to post them up. My page is also about new chats, anything that's brand new, any awarenesses. It's not just all about doxing people that are enabling kiddie doxers. It's about a lot of different things as well, and I've wrote that in the bio. We will not be blackmailed. We will not be blackmailed into anything. There's a lot of things that I could sit here and say about yesterday, but I'm not going to give that the energy because that's going to give that the energy because that's exactly what certain individuals want. Now, what we're going to do is focus on what we've been doing, is putting the awarenesses out, putting as much information out there, and I'm going to give you an example in a minute. I posted something of what these women that sat with Sharon said about Sharon only a couple of months ago. So this is what we're trying to show. If you're going to bully somebody and then 3 months later you're going to team up with them and you're going to act like your shit hasn't stunk, before, we're going to post that. And remember, keep you in the loophole to remember your behaviour as well, because not everybody's hands are clean. I don't care what anybody posts about me in group chats. I don't care if you're telling your best friend what I've said on the phone. Do you know why? Because I can throw up a video at any given time and say, well, that's why I did that. That's why I asked for that. That's why we're doing that awareness for that. That's why I was on the phone with Sarah for that. I could give an explanation for everything I've done and everything I've asked for. And I have nothing to hide, because if I had anything to hide, I would not be messaging people that I know I don't trust. If I had anything to hide, I don't give a fuck what I've said to them. I've gave them permission to out anything that I've sent, because I've never doxed children. I've never been in group servers and said to somebody, we're going to run this person down and I need you to track and trace them and have them working 24 hours around the clock. No. If I'm doing awareness, have you got this? Have you got that? Can you give me this? Can you give me that? It's not a crime to do that. It's not a crime to gather intelligence. It's not a crime to ask for somebody's name and address. As long as you're not using it for other purposes and you are ringing the police when you've received that address or you've received that name, you're cleared. You're cleared. You are cleared. Because if they ring the police and they get a screenshot of me asking for an address on the 25th of May 2026, and the police bring me in and they say, well, you sent this message on the 26th. Well, guess what? I rung the police on the 26th with this address. You always have to back yourself with everything you do. And that's all I've done. I'm not going to have crazy blackmail me with the K Dizzle situation. I'm not fully going to go into it, but I'm not going to have you do it. Not at all, because I did not ask for you to come to me and give me this ultimatum. You came to me and asked me. Yes, I apologise. Only to crazy yesterday, forgetting that wrong and thinking that she was laughing at us yesterday during the live. I apologise because I got it wrong. Am I going to apologise to that snotty-nosed bitch, Mary Doughty? No, I'm fucking not. No, I'm not. You ain't getting a sorry. You thought that you was going to come up yesterday and you thought that you was doing something for the other side. You thought you was clever. You could have rung my phone and asked me 24 hours with all the information that I've been putting out. What's going on, Lakeisha, with the lives? Only 2 weeks ago, you was asking us for Miss Blue's address because you live close to her. But yeah, you want to come on my fucking panel at the side of Warrior and disrespect us and act oblivious and blind to what we're doing. You will never be near me. And then to go on a panel and say I'm schizophrenia. I could say a fucking lot. You just wait till I have these conversations with Miss Maloney, because I'm going to go all the way out. I don't need to sit here today, Mary, and talk about you, because your day will come. I don't know who you think you thought you was last night to come on to side of me and ask me stupid questions. Do you know how much work I put in just for that context yesterday? It's not about banging everything with these individuals out at one point. It's about the start, the middle, and the ending. That's how I've always worked. If anybody studied me, they'll know that I am sat on things for months. Don't ask me why. The only thing I can put it down to is I'm very patient and I like to wait for moments. There's always a moment for everything, and I'm not a person that will be rushed because people want a segment. People are bored for the day because I treat every awareness that I put out serious. It's not a joke to me. Okay? That's why most of my lives have been successful. Some people, because they know my lives are successful and Warriors' lives are successful, what they'll try and do is they'll try and come in and say, we've already heard about this. We don't understand what's going on. You're not making any sense. And they'll laugh and joke, but they won't ever come on their real accounts. Because what they want to do is try to minimise our lives for when we next do our awarenesses. Okay? Now, when all these results start kicking in, and they're all sat there talking about it, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go in my bathroom, open my toilet up, and I'm going to be sick. Do you know why? Because what happens is there's no results right now. So nobody ain't seeing no results. And when there's no results, nobody's interested. Because it's not you. It's not your children. You're not interested. When the results start to happen and you see this shit's kicking in and we've actually put the work in and you're seeing the results, please do not sit up on these panels and act like you give a fuck about these children. You give a fuck about all these kids that you've heard of being doxed in these servers, because half of yous have been sat with these same people that have been doxing children and enabling children to be doxed, and also people that have come from other groups that have also been a part of children being doxed, but you've still sat with them. Do not sit on a panel and say, I am so glad she's been arrested. I am so glad he's been arrested. What a fucking relief. Because you've done nothing to protect the children. You've done no awareness. What you've done is you've sat on lives talking about Lakeisha and past tense, and that's okay. But if Warrior and Lakeisha speak about anything and put it in context, because we're educated and not like Tom that has to go through a Fruit Loop and can't put a sentence together and goes, We're not like that. We're not like World of Jenny screeching. We know how to put our awarenesses together. That's what they don't like. So please don't contradict yourselves and sit up and act like you've done anything on this panel, anything to get anybody in any kind of situation, and actually standing on something. Each individual, I'm going to go down how I see fit, one by one. That's exactly what you did to me. And guess what? What makes me more powerful is this. Everybody's going to remember that I did this on my own, by myself. I didn't have to have a cult doing everything and working around I didn't have to have people in my ear. I didn't have to have that I didn't have to have that push of courage, that push of confidence, them friends in my ear trying to bring one person down. I did this at the side of Warrior, two people. So imagine this, two people got all this work done. It's all going to be put out. We got all this work done. But you lot are in groups and you've had no work done. But yet you sit on panels, cam to, do awarenesses, chat shit about people, but you want to run result. Tell me the results that you've had. Tell me the results, or when you've done an awareness and you use somebody for an hour, and then you're done with them and you're back on the lives then giggling and joking about somebody else. What did you do the next day? What were the results? What did you do the day after that? It was somebody else, wasn't it? And then guess what? An hour after you've done with that argument, it's a laughing joke and a sing-song, and we're back to normal. But what you forgot is this. Nanny Bird said something the other day, and I want you to remember this. She came on the panel, and the only thing that stood out was one thing to me. And this is why I didn't enter the box when she said what she said to me that day. She said on the panel in Geraldine's, this is just TikTok. I've only ever run my mouth to you. I've only ever cam-toed you. I've never spoke about your daughter. Now just picture that. She's got her head into this is just TikTok. And it should just be TikTok. It should be. But the reality is that not every situation you're going to put yourself in, you need to carry yourself like that. Because it's not just TikTok. There's a life out of TikTok and there's other people's lives. So when you are trying to damage somebody's reputation, when you are being a part of trying to damage somebody's reputation, and that's there, screen recorded, and it's there for life, it then becomes more than TikTok. So you need to get it into your little brain, your little tiny brain, that when you are coming on these panels and you are saying stuff and you are being nasty and you are cam-toing and you are putting your 2 pence in, that will come back 10 times. Now, the reason why not one of them are saying anything to me, do you know why? Because they know that I didn't say anything when they all went up on them panels at once and tried to go for me. Even if they dared to say anything about me, all I needed to do was go on a live and say, well, hold on a minute. What about 2 months ago when you were all sat on these panels doing the worst? What about when you was a part of that? Okay, and I didn't say anything. I didn't open my mouth. Do you know why I didn't open my mouth? Because I told you, I'm going to let them finish. When they've finished, I'm going to start. I told you lot that when you all sat on these panels with Pearl, you allowed people without even asking for a fact, to say that I burned my daughter. And not one of you motherfuckers that scream, we need facts and receipts, asked for a fact and a receipt. You sat there and allowed a man to come onto your panels to say that I've just come out of jail for grooming, or I've been to jail for grooming. Not one of yous asked for a receipt. Not one of yous asked for proof. Lakeisha's had a name change. Not one of yous has asked for proof. Lakeisha was the prison officer that went into the prison service and typed in my name and nothing come up. Got another woman called Alicia that looked the double of me, that had a couple of kids. She molested the kids and got 3 years in jail. They tried to pin that woman on me. Did they go up to the panels when that prison officer come clean and lost her job? Did they come up to the panel and say, we're sorry, Lakeisha, that we tried to ruin your life. We're sorry that we got the prison officer to go into the prison services and do this to you. Was they bothered about me or my daughter? Me or my daughter? Were they bothered about my door? Were they bothered about me being petrol bombed or stabbed? Were they bothered when I was going to pick my daughter up from school that somebody could potentially have saw me and believed what they were saying was the truth? Did they care about me? No, they didn't. So the police will be watching. And they can see this all unfolding. And do you know how the police see it in the social services when they're watching in on these lives? I'll tell you what they're saying and why they're not coming to arrest me. Now you've got to see it like this. I have been trying to tell you from the start. The police aren't going to come and arrest me, and I'll tell you why. And the social services are not going to come to my house, and the reason why they haven't been for the past 2 years is, we'll get into why. Now, from day one, I've been telling you, I've always been with the mental health services. I see them every week. I've never not missed an appointment. Now, I never had a suicide prevention pack before, only till September last year. Now, we'll go into why that got put into place. Now, when Black Pope started doing all this to me and everything came out, they weren't helping me, the police, because they classed it as a civil matter. Now, I'm not going to go into the ins and outs, but because what he's done to my friend, that's where the breakthroughs come. And obviously, a lot of shit's been seized off that guy. He's not allowed on the internet or anything like that. He's not allowed to do certain things. So all of that's happened. Now, on top of that, you have to see it like this. What Black Pope was saying about me wasn't the truth. So all I were doing is, the police, when they're watching it on me, is there's a mother that the police can't do anything because they're saying to me it's a civil case, it's a civil matter, they cannot go and arrest him. But I was trying to explain to them, well, if he's allowed all these people to go in and he's being able to allow it to go through like wildfire, you should be classing it as harassment. They didn't help me for 2 years. Now, the last time I spoke to the police, told them I was going to take this shit into my own hands, meaning I was going to basically have you all one by one and out everything that you've done. But I did my time with the Black Pope situation because I knew in the end he would fucking do something stupid. Not me, not my friends, him. And he did. So this is why I've been a lot calmer as well. Whilst all that situation's going on, there's other situations which I can't speak about. What's on these papers is in black and white. Everything that's the truth. So once all that's done, I'm able to put it out now that what he was saying about me and others was not the truth. That was the evidence there. That's it for me. So I don't need to sit here and be like, he's lying, she's lying. That's all going to come out. Now, why the police and social services, when they're looking in on me, you have to see it like this. I've worked with the mental health team. I go there every week. They know what I'm going through as a mother. Now, they can't say to me, come offline, because I haven't done anything wrong. What have I done wrong for me to come online? All they can do is advise me. So if the social services were to ring me, all they could do is advise me, which they've never. The only people that have advised me to come off is the police. I told the police, I'm not coming off. Why the fuck should I come off when I'm the victim? Why the fuck should I come off when I need to clear my name when you're not helping me? So if the police are not going to help me, how the fuck am I going to clear my name? And my mental health, I can't let this go. I cannot let this go. So even when all that stuff happened with all them people were saying to me, you need to come off. No, I couldn't. People don't know how my mind works. So I have to get this done. Yeah? All of it comes into place with my daughter. So when they're sat thinking, oh my God, Lakeisha's had a breakdown, she's lost her daughter. No. You don't know the lengths that I will go to protect my child. So this is a safety net. It's what you call a safety net. So when she's with her dad, whatever I'm doing It's not going to pass over onto my daughter how you thought it was going to, with her being in my presence, me being stressed or whatever I'm going through. I don't have to have that through. I don't have to have that insight now with anybody if anything ever has to come around with what I've been putting out or what I've been saying. Now, on top of that, what can the police really do? What can the police really do? Come and arrest a mother, right? That's had to fight these people back because you've called me all these names and done these disgusting lives on me. So what? They're gonna send me to court for me to stand in front of a judge and tell the judge and jury what yous have done to me as a mother and what I had to do, and go to lengths to basically. I can't even explain to you the lengths that I've gone to with these individuals to get them away from me. So I will be happily, and the police know this, to explain to the judge and jury exactly why I'm in this, what happened, and why I went to these lengths. And I've told my mental health worker everything. So there's nothing that I'm not doing on here, whether it's calculated, whether it's me being stuck in it and I can't get out of it because I need to clear something up, whether it's a part of my mental health, they are fully clear. So if I go to court, my mental health worker will come to that court and make them aware of every single thing that's been documented for the past 2 years, because I haven't lied to them. I've told them exactly what I'm doing, what I'm about to do, and how I'm going to orchestrate it. I haven't lied. I've told the police exactly what's going on because I haven't lied. The police have watched in, so they can't come and arrest me. What can they fucking come and arrest me for? You ringing the police? Oh yeah, I want to report Lakeisha. Well, why you want to? I want to report Lakeisha. Well, why you want to report Lakeisha? Well, Lakeisha's saying this. Well, let's give you a granddad example. Hi, my name's Steve Savoy. I want to report a girl called Lakeisha Black on social media. She's just put out this information about my kid that I've told 32 other people. Well, how did she get hold of this information? Well, I told this person and I told that person. Well, how did you meet Lakeisha? How did you meet Lakeisha? Well, my name's Stephen Savoy and I went on a live in front of hundreds of people and told people that Lakeisha Black's had a name change. She's just lost her daughter recently because she's come out of jail. For grooming. She's burnt a kid. She abuses a kid and everything else that you said. I'm a county line drug dealer. And all this other stuff. I give my daughter a black eye. So 1 minute. So who said what first? Well, I went on a live and started spewing all this hate to Lakeisha Black about her and her daughter. That wasn't the truth. So what did she do then? Well, what she did was tell some home truths about my child. Do you understand? Oh, well, yeah. Do you understand? Oh, well, yeah, judge, please take me to court so I can explain to the jury what this guy and show you the video of what he was saying. Do you understand where we're going? You ain't got a fucking leg to stand on when it comes to the police. Because I do not do anything just to do anything. I'm not a bully. I don't start things just to bully people. I'm only going at these people because they've started with me in cults and thought that they was going to get away with it. They've sat on panels and lied to your faces and thought that they was going to get away with it. I don't think so. They thought I lost my main account and thought that they was going to have the last laugh. And my manager got it back for me last night. You're not going to have the last laugh when it comes to me. I'm going to keep that motherfucker standing and I'm going to have the last laugh. So the woman, because I know you're listening, you red-headed bitch, you red light district whore. Don't you ever sit on a panel and question what fucking numbers I've got and what following I've got, you dusty slut. Don't you ever question. Because like I said, when one door closes, another one opens. Don't you ever think on here you can come for somebody.
Guys, make sure you're all following. I need to reboot. Please all follow me. I'll reboot and come back. That's what you have to. That's what you have to do on here sometimes. Make sure you're all following. Right, I'm just going to reboot because we got a warning. So you have to reboot.